we knew at the beginning of the day neither of these proposals had much hope of passing, so there was an air of grim inevitability about the voting today. Perhaps interestingly, it was actually the Democratic proposal that got more votes than the Republican one, even though the latter was supported by Donald Trump and included funding for his border wall. But the Democratic one got 2 extra votes, including Mitt Romney, former presidential nominee and a noted critic of the president. So perhaps some minor rumblings there of a Republican rebellion against the president and willingness to defy him. But right now, still very hard to see a pathway forward here. So, at best, perhaps some light, glimmerings of light at the end of the tunnel, but I think still a long way to go to end this deadlock.
Indeed. I was going to ask you what happens next, but it seems like the answer shortly is that we don't know. But what we do know is that for the people who aren't getting paid, it's becoming tougher and tougher, isn't it?
That's right. I mean, I think the fact that these votes were held shows some willingness, and there were certainly some passionate speeches on the Senate floor today to resolve this, and Republicans who voted for both measures said their top priority is to get the government reopened. There's still discussions going on as we speak, I think, between the Senate leaders. Senator Lindsey Graham, a confidant of the president, has proposed a continuing resolution. There does at least seem to be activity and a willingness. I think because, as you say, the pressure is really building now. Federal government workers standing in long lines for food banks, really feeling the strain. Trump administration officials under criticism for somewhat callous attitudes towards them in some cases. And also aviation unions warning that the longer this goes on, the more threat there will be to millions of passengers in terms of air safety. So it really does seem to be reaching ahead, and I think even the Senate realizes something does have to be done.